Hey, all right, let's quickly jump in. I want to show you Shulex. So you can go to the main website, and once you go ahead and log in, you're going to be taken to this here screen where you can start to enter in a keyword. And everything you analyze is going to go down here. You're going to be able to create reports from this, beautiful reports. Now, there's also a section here where you can literally just chat with AI. You can go down here, you can see it's using the latest version of ChatGPT, and you can ask it any question you want. If you go on over to Amazon.com, there's going to be a nifty little Chrome extension here where you can do even more things. You can ask it specific questions, you can have it translate listings, you can have it build listings. Now, let's go in here. Let's say we're going to type in yoga mat, right? We want to see what consumers are saying about yoga mat, the pros, cons, the avatar that the yoga mat niche is for. We type that in, we can do a search, we can pull up the results here, we can identify the different ratings, and we're going to go ahead and select a few here. If we want more to select from, we can go ahead and click more. Then we're going to go ahead and run an analysis. And what it's going to do is going to appear down here, there's going to be a percentage thing that's scrolling around here. And when done, we're going to be able to hop into that report whenever we click view. And what you can see here, you can see the customer profile, which is incredible. Straight away, I know that the majority of people buying a yoga mat they're being bought for wives, so females, then daughters, then husbands and friends. And you can see there's a pretty even purchase history between these avatars here, with the primary one being for wives. And you can see the sentiment, how many are leaving positive reviews and how many are leaving negative. You can see when they're using it, most of them are using it every day, followed by in the morning is popular. And you can see where they're using it and what they're using it for. So exercise, gym, workout, that sort of thing. If we scroll down here, we can see different usage scenarios ranked by the majority it's being used for. Number one, yoga and exercise. Who'd have thought, huh? And then followed by floor exercises, home and on-the-go workouts. You can see the percentage of popularity for each one there. If we scroll down even more, we can see the rating optimization. We can see the majority of reviews that are being left that are positive contain comfort. So comfort is the most important thing here, is what I'm identifying from all of the reviews I've analyzed. If I scroll up here, I can see that it's analyzed 40,000 reviews from people. This is feedback left from customers in the yoga mat niche. Instantly, I can see comfort is number one, then good quality, and all the other points marked on the chart here. I can see the worst one is wears out quickly. So the thin, cheap, quality ones. So that's what is going to cause the most negative reviews. If I scroll down even further here, I can see here the sentiment, the customer sentiment. So the number one negative one is durability issues, slippery. I've been to yoga class and I've slipped on yoga mats and I've got to get a towel, right? So they could use a towel, but they don't like that it's slippery. So that could be something that's fixed in the relaunch or the next product launch that you decide to do, right? And you can see here that it has summarized sentiment here. Customers have reported that the mat is slippery or moves during use, indicating poor grip or stability. Now, this has taken the reviews and it's actually made it palatable for us to understand what it is they're actually saying, which is incredible. Then we have the positive feedback topic, right? Number one, comfort, which we identified on the graph before. Good quality, thick mat, durable, non-slip, beautiful design, okay? Ranked in order of importance to all of the buyers in the yoga mat niche. Then we have the buyer motivation. What's motivating them the most to make a purchase for a yoga mat? Good value and quality, okay? And a lot of people are actually overvaluing the good value part, because if we scroll up here, we can see that the number one negative feedback is wears out quickly. They're probably exchanging good price, good value for quality, and what they need is good value and quality, right? And again, ranked here in order, customer expectations. What they expect is correct thickness of the mat, correct thickness. That's important, ranked in order here. Now, if we go on over, we can pop into more insights. So the more insights button here is going to take you over to this screen where we can see even more details. We can see who's using it, where they're using it, when they're using it, what they're using it for. We can even identify trends. We can see it in the table. We can see trends, like what reviews are being left and what's the trend history for this. If we scroll back here, we can see, okay, there's been periods throughout the year here where people have been like, there's been something trending, and we can see there's a trend recently here. April, May, consumers have been saying something about the yoga niche that maybe would be important for you to understand and know. And you can identify that here from the trends graph. Okay. And if we scroll down here, we can see price range versus what, and also what the brand versus what. So what brand is getting talked about most when it comes to what the yoga mat is being used for. You can identify that based on percentages and that there, as well as what yoga mat is priced at, what the yoga mats are priced at versus what they're being used for, right? And you can select different things here too. Now, if we go on over here and back to the customer profile, we're going to go on over to competitor analysis, right? This is where you can compare what consumers are saying about one product versus another product. If we scroll down here, the majority of the mats, the consumer profile is for the wife. But then you get over to these two products, yoga mats, and the number one consumer is actually daughter and daughter. And if we take a look at the profile image here, we can see this one's pink, which is probably why they're getting the majority of the daughter market there. If we scroll down, we can see when, the comparison of when and where and what, customer sentiment, what they're saying about each competitive product to yours, or if you're managing a brand, your brand that you're managing. Now, if we go on over here and go on to the reviews, we can take a deeper dive into the reviews and what people are saying. We can look at the cons just by highlighting it. We can see the positive sentiment. We can see the negative sentiment and scroll down and go in deeper. Now, let's go on over to the AI topic analysis. Okay, this here is on the Teams plan and is super valuable because you can group things by category, brand. You can really niche down. So let's take a deeper dive into this and what this does, okay? So if we go ahead here and we go on topic setting, we're going to be taken to this screen where we can add a tag, and you'll understand what the tags are for in a minute. So when we click on add tag, we're going to be taken to here where we can enter in a question, right? What do we want Shulex to deep dive in on when it comes to the reviews? And let's go ahead and put it under brand 1, brand 2, brand 3, or yoga mat packaging, or oil pastels, or whatever, right? And let's go ahead. We're going to take a deeper dive into transport, and we're going to put it in the folder yoga mat packaging, okay? So yoga mat packaging, how easy is the yoga mat to transport? Once we run that, once we analyze it, it's going to come down with a list of all of the reviews that contain anything to do with transport, not just the word transport. This is Shulex, it's AI powered. It's going to tell you all of the sentiments left in reviews that had anything to do with transport. As you can see here, carrying strap blocks. And as you scroll down here, carrying bag, okay? And if you find anything that's not relevant to your brand, your product, or the brand you are managing, you can just go here and go, okay, no, that's not relevant, and it will leave it out of the report. However, this is a translation that is picked up on, so I believe that's, I only speak one language, sadly. Hopefully soon more. So I'm going to leave that one in. That's a translation for transport in a different language, and that's relevant too. So then when I click on finish, it's going to go ahead and analyze it, right? And as I can see down here, underneath the yoga mat, transport, it's now there. Now, when I click on calculate data, it's going to take a few minutes to calculate everything. But once it calculates everything in here, I'm going to see some incredible insights, okay? Based on the keyword I have typed for Shulex to analyze the reviews on, I can see here, let's go to yoga mat because we're really focusing on yoga mat right now. If I go down to yoga mat, the packaging, we can see that 10% is all to do with negative sentiment. People are feeling negative. 10% about packaging, and 59% is positive about the packaging, okay? So a lot of them are doing good with the packaging. However, there is a number of negative reviews that include negative feelings, right? And the gray is no sentiment at all. It's identified no sentiment. And as we can see here, everything to do with packaging, every review that contains anything to do with packaging is getting an average review rating, a median review rating of 4.6. So that's super good. If we scroll up here, we can actually see that here, for an oil pastels research that I was doing, bad quality, the average review that's contained anything to do with bad quality, the average review was 2.4. And as you can see, 92% of the sentiment was negative, okay? So it really highlights and gives you what needs to be fixed and what doesn't need to be fixed. That oil pastels here, great quality, the majority of them are good quality, right? That contain that keyword, which you'd expect. So what we can do now is, now that we've done packaging, for example, or transport, we can click on this, and then it's going to take us into a deeper analysis of the reviews, right? So when it comes to packaging, we can see that it's very easy to unroll. Upon receiving my order, the mat and strap, I noticed that the strap part did not match the picture. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here. You can go ahead, book a meeting with me. I can give you a deeper dive into this and show you even more of what it is capable of doing for sellers in e-commerce. It is not limited to just Amazon. It can also do Shopify and other websites as well. So I'd be happy to give you a deeper dive into this. Otherwise, this is your quick overview of Shulex and the power and what it is capable of. It is capable of a lot more. We are just touching the surface right now. Can't wait for you to get started, and talk to you soon.